Welcome back, everybody. So just like what I've said, so far so good. We are now into a new chapter. So welcome to the new chapter of our life. And the new chapter of our life is about surface area and volume of shapes. So now let's begin. So far so good. We've already done topic 1, which is about angle concepts. Topic 2, which is about angles of interior polygons. Alright? Tapos, topic 3 talks about perimeter and area figures. Now we are going to topic 4, which talks about surface area and volume of shapes. Alright? Let's begin. You know already what surface area is. By definition means, surface area talks about, it's just like what you did in area. Kaya lang doon sa surface area, ang sabi dito ay tukol sa, how many square units does each face contain altogether. So now let's do this, alright? So for the first object, we have here a square prism. How can you tell that it's a square prism? Look. Do you see? Remember, to solve for the surface, look at the figure. We have one dimension. You know this is 3D, right? So we expect in these types of figures, there are 3 dimensions. So 3 measurements. But both of them have the same. Although nakaburat to but I know this is 8 inches. So this one is 8 inches. This one is also 8 inches. And the last one is 12 inches. So to solve for the surface area of the figure, you know you're going to have to get the area of one face and then all other faces and then add them up all together. That's for surface area. So now here's how we solve for surface area. Remember, they're just squares and rectangles, which makes the concept easier. So let's see how we do it. And to solve for the area of any square or rectangle, ano yung formula? Length times width, di ba? That's the formula. So here's how we did it. First, let's determine how many faces does a square prism have. And we know in general, there are 6 faces. Why? Just like consider a dice cube, right? When you play a game of snakes and ladders, ang dice cube ay may 6 faces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So altogether, there are 6 faces. So let's solve for the surface area of the figure. So ganito yung ginawa ko. Ito yung formula ko na ginawa ko sa Microsoft Excel. There are 6 faces in a square prism. So for phase 1, we get 64. Paano tayo nakuha ng 64? Ganito kasi nangyari. What I did was 8 times 8. 8 asterisk 8. And then, di ba remember 8 times 8 is this one, right? Ito yun. 8 times 8 equals 64. But remember, since this is surface area, since this is a prism, we know that the other face is congruent with the other. There are pairs of faces that are congruent. You see this face? Do you think there's something congruent? Yes, there is. It's somewhere on the back. Ito yun. So that's why it's 8 times 8 times 2. Yan. Or this, what I did the long cut way. So I did 64 again. Tapos, that's only 2 faces. How many more to go? If your answer is 4 more, you are correct. So there are 4 more faces to go. So what we do now is we get the dimension what we don't know. So that's just only the front and the back. But what about the others? Yes, try about 12 times 8. This is 12 and this is 8. Tapos 12 and this is 8 pa rin. Yes. So in short, it's double that. Double the 2 pairs. So when you double the 2 pairs, you get 4. So therefore, it's 12 times 8 times 4. We know that 12 times 8 is 96. Just like what you see here, di ba? So ganito yung formula na ginawa ko. And then once we're through, this is what we did after that. Ang ginawa namin after that, sinum na namin. Once we already get the surface area of everything, I summed everything that you see here. Yan, nakita mo yung highlight na blue? That's the summation of all the number of faces, the square units. And we should get a total of, a big fat total of 512 square inches. So yun yung formula. Now, to solve for volume, ang volume ay pinakamadali lang. you just do length times width times height. Or 12 times 140, 12 times 64. So, ganito kasi yung nangyari. This is how we solve for the volume. 8 times 8 times 12, and then what's the answer? We should get 768 cubic inches. So, yun po yung tamang sagot. Alright? That's for item 1. Now, for item number 2. For item number 2, maikli lang to. Why? Because that's a rectangular prism. Although it's just like what you did before sa item 1, kaya lang in this problem, it's item number 2. This time, it's a rectangular prism. So this is like the basic fundamental concept of solving for surface area and volume. Of course, for the sake of volume, madali lang yan. Because volume is just very easy, right? But we have a problem. 9 feet, 54 inches, 54 inches is the height, 9 feet is the length, 60 inches is the width. But we need to have same units. So, dapat same units to. So, 9 feet, if you were to convert to inches, 1 feet is 12 inches. So, 9 times 12, that's 108. So, 108 dapat to. Alright? So, in a rectangular prism, is it true that we should have 6 faces? If your answer is yes, you are correct. So, we need 6 faces for that matter. 6 faces. So, let's start with one face. And remember, once we solve for the area of one face, we know that there's another face that is congruent with 1. How about let's start with face 1. So, ganito yung solution ko. Sa face 1, ang ginawa ko, 5,832. Ang formula na ginawa ko ay 108 times 54. Yung 108 inches ay yung 9 feet. Remember, 9 times 12 is 9 feet times 12 inches equals 108 inches. So, 9 times 54, which is this one. Is there a face that is congruent to that? Yes, there is. Yung nasa baba. So, that's the top and bottom. And what did we get? We should get 5,832. Diba? Then again, because they are congruent, diba? Next, ito naman. What's another face? O yan, yung 6,480, diba? Just like what you see here. So, what's the formula that I did here? 108 times 60. So, yung 108 times 60 inches, ito yun. Tama ba? Yes, this one and this one. The one face is this one and this one. So, we did 108 times 60 and we should get 6,480. But since there's another face that is congruent, we still did the same thing. And then the last one, we should get 3,240. How do we do that? There's still a remnant face which we haven't solved for the area yet. For faces 5 and 6. Which one is it? Very good. 54 times 60, which pertains to this one. And this one. So you should get, very good, this is 54 times 60, and your answer should be, ano yung sagot? 3,240 square inches. And then you multiply it by 2, you still get the same answer. Now, we sum everything up. Di ba remember ang sum formula that you see here? Yes, sinam ko lahat ito. And you should get 31,104 square inches. Yun lang. Now, for volume, maikli lang to. 54 times 90 times 60. Ito yun. So, this is our answer. Ito yun, di ba? AO14. Bakit AO14 yan? Ayan yung conversion ko sa foot to inches. So, 108 times 60 times 54 equals 34,920 cubic inches. Yun lang. And that's pretty easy, right? So, that's it.